Sandra, and thank you, Peter, for having me, and David for... And thank you all for being here. Am I loud enough?
So
no.
far.
Project.
Now am I loud enough?
Yes.
All right, I'll try to keep it up here. We'll see. So most of what I'm going to read has to do with Dante. I've been translating Dante's Vita Nuova recently for a while because I don't know Italian. But at the end of the day, after playing with the dictionary for a long time, I'll need a prompt or something to get me writing my own stuff. So I've been pulling out a tarot card and then describing what's there, and then something will start to happen that I find often is more or less true to the guy I've been wrestling with all day, Dante. So the series is called Tarot by Dante. In this new house, I wanted to pull a new card, so I began sorting the deck on the dining room table until Robert and Charlotte came. And as Robert picked some up, the star fell on the table. And when he turned over his hand, which was full of cards, there was the Queen of Wands. And those were the only two cards we saw. The star has in the middle of the sky a big yellow star of 8 points, and around it are 8 more stars, white and also of 8 points. So the foregrounded figure is not taken by, but is the Count. A naked lady kneels on the earth while her front foot rests upon the water. She pours souls from life into life. From one pitcher, the water forms rivers on the earth that lead back to the sea, in which she pours her other pitcher. She pours and takes nothing, nakedness, herself uncounted, a living number that is the Count. An ibis sits on top of the tree. This is called Chutor, when a 1,000-armed deity pours water from a vase to feed the hungry ghosts below. On earth, the souls are poured from life to life, but some take longer to reach the sea. Mystery of water. The High Priestess holds a scroll I've never seen before. On it is written Torah, and perhaps a terminal H hidden where the scroll is folded in her robe, or Torah, Japanese for tiger, lightning attack. Actions she reads within, herself the book. Torah, Rota, Taro, the hands of the wheel we steer with our pockets. Every night the town burns. Her crown is the waxing gibbous and the waning gibbous back to back. Her risen mind, that is a pearl, threads its fingers between them, to which her helpers lift the mirror. Lifted into action by the golden horns of the sun, she reads within. If I didn't know what they meant, I would guess Boaz, black and to the left, signifies prehensive order, ghosts of moons in the sun's future tracks, while Jachin, white and to the right, shows its inversion, the mummified sun, frankincense, myrrh, eternal, incurring upon the conscriptedness of time, incurring upon its toys, the world in her hands. In the middle of the card and on her breast, the high priestess wears a cross. It adds the columns and sits irreducibly between them, an uninvented grammatical case, the now, as if, while preceding them, it were their product, the enraptured trinity of the self. It's loud enough? Okay, good. The Empress wears a tiara with a spread of 6-pointed stars. In a white gown, on an overlarge pillow, on a white bench. I meant to stay stone bench, with heart-shaped supports bearing the sign of Venus, raspberry print on her white gown, red velvet throws in the pile behind her, where piled together, near and far, uncompromised, things inhabit the land of the Empress. Let be. She holds out her hand to you, only you realize it's a picture on the wide wooden boards of your bedroom. Then at midnight, when the lights go out, that somehow is her hand too, taking the light, or restoring the dark, or inserting it. Thoughts that count like these until we're past the steps of sleep. Now this is called Translating Dante, and the quotes are from the Vita Nuova. There's one quote that's from elsewhere, but that doesn't matter. Translating Dante. His greatness and sweetness is the seeming completion I am of syntax within the unending sentence. The word aiding us from heaven to be of service to the vernacular speech. The word, but really the nothing before it. She is my demanding wife. Between her and myself, caught in another weird threesome, poor Dante, death brings no rest. We are there still climbing up with language for our only ladder, the very thing that keeps heaven away with its yearning, that learns me the shifts of this body, instrument to play this song. Reflect with blessings upon the day that I took you, love spoke, it seemed to me joyously, within my heart. Whose heart? Love claims to be Dante's master. Who is free from the heart's grasp? Not love. No thing unblessed by the shadow of this doorway. My mouth gives its words away, and they all mean you. I'm anyone, it's true, and then these yous turn into me, so I keep my void accessible, with only others there to wear my clunky moods. Forgive me, for all cause is pain, that never happened thing I can't stop remembering. This is something I wrote a couple days ago after reading Gustav Meyrink's The Golem. And I won't go over the plot because I'm not even sure what happens, but he says, or a voice is saying in him, the stone like a lump of fat. The stone like a lump of fat, shiny from razors, a sissy Roman like me. But what's to hide, us bearded ones, by a naked face? Our moon, too, is just a bluff. The stone like a lump of fat, slick alterity that draws all in, candle from a hanged man's fat, rectified fuel to keep the flame, until fire too has its metamorphosis into whatever it meant to look like here. Seeming burned off, water, or this shapely Hebrew, taught by such duplicitous letters, doors and camels like these. Put your ear to their mouth, in your mouth, this sukkah, burning house on the long pilgrimage of words busy spelling out the sea. While the fat burns, you see all he saw, the locked door of me that leads into you, until at last you find me there. Remember this, and all doors will open, lead to the treasure that you seek. It's a happy ending. And this is something I wrote last night. The names. Mud on my shoe, the leaves all dead, fall again, this time deeper into sleep. This noon, the light is heavier than green, pushing down into earth, death pressed to the page, a green window in an empty church where the words stir. When your grandmother was a boy, I'd look out my phony face and watch these personal, private numbers speak, the names that only my children know. Thank you.